235 Longwood Avenue.
If I can just take 1 minute just to introduce some other officers I did bring to this man, Sergeant Scratchy. He's my condition sergeant, so these two gentlemen will ensure that when you voice your complaints to me, I will filter it down to them. They will ensure that it gets addressed. I trust them. I trust that they're going to do the job right and do it once. So I just wanted to say hello.
My name is Sergeant Scratchy. Like the captain said, I'm the condition supervisor here. My tour of duty is from 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night. We basically address quality of life complaints such as drinking, urinating, to serious crimes, drugs, things of that nature. We have made numerous arrests in this area where, with the help of the detective squad, we have left positive debriefings and positive arrests in regard to more serious crimes. That's what we get. We have excellent officers that are here. If you guys don't feel comfortable, call 911. Please call the precinct. We have desk officers there that can really have messages for us to address any problems. People loitering, drinking from the buildings, smoking. I know it's a big problem. People smoking marijuana. With your anonymous help, we can definitely work together and we can make, we can address this problem. Thank you. Sergeant Scratchy. Sergeant Scratchy.
Okay, I'm just talking about what you just said. Okay, anonymously. Okay. You say this anonymously, but sometime on the line they find out about it. Okay. Okay.
They have caller ID. That's why.
Once, okay. And they kept me on the phone. I tried this once, and I won't do it against anybody, whatever. This police officer kept me on the line, and when I was on the phone, he knocked on my door, and he didn't believe what I was saying. And he told me, I said, I called you for a certain thing, and I gave you the address and where this is happening, and you come and knock on the door. I am not the criminal.
Okay.
Okay? So, I think about I have to go out in the public phone to do that. I close to my house because I think something is wrong. Not that I did anything wrong. I tell you what is wrong, and I felt that's why I don't do that anymore. I've seen a lot of things here, and I haven't done it anymore because of that.
What's your first name?
Eva.
Eva.
What happened to Anonymous?
And the time that you did call, or the number you called from, and I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Sergeant. Okay, our first speaker, everybody here is concerned about it. That's our most important role. And one of the things that we do to see our children or grandchildren that are in school or school age. So we like to bring in Raquel Moss, who's our school safety officer, to say a few words about keeping these kids safe.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm going to place these right here. Everyone can be able to take. Like your precinct council said, my name is Agent Moss. I'm from the community outreach unit here for our school safety division. And what our unit simply does is we go out to different schools, precinct councils, civic association meetings, and we give an awareness presentation about a number of things, whether it be gangs, guns, prescription drugs, bullying, and things of that sort that may be going on with your children or grandchildren here within the city. Now I just have a simple question. Is anybody here familiar with oxycodone or Percocets? Just simply raise your hand. Oxycodone, Percocet, Vicodin. Anyone familiar with those?
Yes.
Anytime you go to the doctor and you have any sort of pain, the pain medication in which they will give you would be an oxycodone, a Percocet, or a Vicodin. Those are actually what we're referring to as our granddaddy pills. What we're seeing is our kids of today are misusing and abusing these drugs. Right now, prescribed medication is the second most commonly misused drug within NYC, after marijuana. And can we all guess why it is number 2?
Easy access.
Because it's where?
In the cabinet.
These children are not under the impression that what they're doing is something that's harmful to themselves. They're under the impression that this is actually a safer high. Because if I see my mother using it, or if I see my father using it, or anyone in my house household using it, then therefore they feel that the doctor prescribed it to me, it must be a safer high. But unbeknownst to them, it's actually a very serious high. Our kids are dying from this on a day-to-day basis. Now, actually, what they're also doing is, I don't know if you're familiar with hooky parties or parties or cut parties. Instead of these cut parties, they're now having what they're referring to as skittle parties or pill parties. And your simple admission to come into these parties are just to simply go inside your parents' or your grandmother's medicine cabinet, get any bottle of pills, and put it inside of a bowl once you enter into the party. And then what they do is pass them around to everyone else. So you have these kids getting high off of opium painkillers, central nervous system depressants, as well as stimulant drugs, all at the same time. And guess what they're mixing it with, ladies and gentlemen? Alcohol. Alcohol. They're not drinking Kool-Aid. It's not Kool-Aid. It is alcohol. So they're mixing it with alcohol. And you see, I'll get to you later. I'll get to you later. You see, every single one of these prescribed medications, they do not mix with what? Alcohol. Do not operate what? Heavy machinery, okay? Our kids are misusing and abusing this. Now, we're seeing a lot. Our stimulants are used to be able to have that ADD or ADHD, which is attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Those are our stimulant drugs. Our kids, they're referring to this as academic doping, are taking these pills so that they're able to stay up for days and upon days and hours upon hours to study for what? Those Regents exams, those SAT exams, because our parents say you got to pass these exams because you got to get to college. You have to pass these exams because you got to go to the next grade. You have to pass these exams because you don't want to go to summer school. So they stay up for hours upon hours upon hours to study, and they're staying up with these drugs. And what we do is we go out and we speak to these kids and we let them know. If your body is ready to shut down, it will shut down. It doesn't make a difference where you're at. Okay? If your body is tired and you're in the middle of a party and your body wants to shut down, it will shut down at that point. So anytime they're taking a drug that's not for you or prescribed to you, you are in fact misusing that drug. So let me ask the question. Has anyone here ever taken a prescribed medication that wasn't prescribed to them? No. You can raise your hand. I have. I had a pain in my back and my mother said, you got a pain in your back? I said, yes. She said, okay, well here, take this pill, take half of it, take it and go to sleep. You'll be fine. Okay? So I did, took it to sleep, and guess what? I was fine. Absolutely. But that is misusing the drugs. Anytime you take a pill out of its form, if you crush it up or if you chew it, you are misusing that drug. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be mindful. This is something that's going on amongst our teens of today. Right now, statistically speaking, Staten Island is ranking #1 with our kids dying from this. Number 2 is Manhattan, and number 3 is Brooklyn. Now, we don't have any situations, statistically speaking, as far as the Bronx is concerned, but let me tell you, we had a situation with a PS school. A young boy saw his grandmother's pill. You know the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday pill that you have? Many of you may have. He saw his grandmother taking it every day. What does he think it is? Candy. He thinks it's candy. Our child thinks that this is candy. My grandmother, she takes it and she drinks orange juice with it every day. It must be good, right? So he takes it and he actually gives it, and guess what he does? He shares. He shares it with his classmates. Here, you take 2. Here, you take 1. Here, you take 1. I myself, I will take 2. And the teacher found that 4 of her students had to be rushed to the Lincoln Hospital to get their stomachs pumped because they were all taking their grandmother's arthritis medication from the Dominican Republic. Accessibility, ladies and gentlemen, accessibility. We ask that you please lock your prescribed medications up. Because if someone comes to your house, all they have to do is go inside of the medicine cabinet and open it up, and there it is. We now call grandparents the biggest drug dealers now because guess what? They don't have to sit up there and go anywhere because they just go to their grandparents' house to get it. And ladies and gentlemen, they're now going for $25, $15 to $25 per pill out on the street. But guess what? You still get that same high from the pill, from the opioid painkillers that you get from heroin. A deck of heroin is about $4 per pill. We're seeing a lot of our teenagers now being addicted to heroin. This is something that's a growing epidemic amongst our kids. We need to be able to combat this issue, have to be mindful of the be able to place them in our home. Lock your medicine cabinets up, please. If you do not use them, get rid of them. I went inside my mother's medicine cabinet. I saw oxycodone pills from 2007. It's 2014. Mom, why do you have those? Oh, well, I took it in 2007. I had a knee injury, and then I didn't know if the pain was going to come back, so I kept it. But guess what? When the pain came back, guess what she did? She went to the doctor in 2009 and got another prescription for the oxycodone. So now it's 2014. She has oxycodone from 2007, oxycodone from 2009. She has a granddaughter as well as children that go into that home. That can very well be an issue right there. If you don't hear, if you don't listen to anything that I have said to you, ladies and gentlemen, please lock up your medicine cabinets. Okay, you are also welcome to dial 311. Let them know I have A, B, C, D. You know all those letters that those prescribed medications are. They'll let you know how to discard them. Or if you go, it all depends on the location of where you're at. Some pharmacies have the take back. All right, you let them know this is what I have. Do you participate in the take back? They'll let you know yes or no. And if in fact they do, you're welcome to go to that pharmacy and give them back your medicine. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's very hot here. I said I wasn't going to be before you long. I'm done. Yes, sir. Another question? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I don't know if anyone's here familiar with the Molly. Molly, you know what Molly is? Ecstasy pill. Molly and ecstasy pills, those are designer drugs. Those are not prescribed medication. There are no two Mollys the same. There's no two ecstasies the same. And the reason why we're referring to Molly as the purest form of ecstasy because it comes in a powder form. And if you take something in this powder form, you get an entire dose at one time. If your body isn't prepared for that, your body will in fact shut down and you very much so may die. Any other questions, statements, or comments, or concerns?